Welcome back to Real Combo Talk. Today we are going to talk about all the latest news that's been happening this week in the world of comic books. And it is some doozy of a news. Let's start off with the James Gunn news, with him possibly being the new writer and director for Suicide Squad and going over to the competition, DC Comics. Whoo! How do you feel about that, Anthony? Let us know. Give us your thoughts.
It's funny because they've done this before. They got Josh Whedon and had him take over Justice League. So how that turned out?
That was for different circumstances, though.
Yeah, but he was also going to he was going to write, direct, and produce a Batgirl movie. That's dead.
No, that was got thrown out in the writing stages because he proposed a writing story script. He's proposed a script for him. They didn't like the script, so that got tossed out.
And then they cut the whole deal off. Yeah, they say go back and fix the script.
No,
rewrite the script. They say, you know what's done. It's the best you got?
Yeah.
He's like, nah, I don't give a shit.
Yeah.
I don't give a shit. We're calling this the best you got. This means to get out of this contract. Yeah.
So what do you think about the James Gunn, the possibility of James Gunn?
Well, that kind of makes sense because Suicide Squad was supposed to be like the answer to Guardians of the Galaxy. Mm. So, and he's available. So you might as well go get him. Yeah. It's like, but I just hope
he knows what he's doing.
Yeah,
he has good track record.
I think Warner Brothers gonna have to do what Disney did. Like, all right, look, you can tell some of your jokes, but keep it friendly because we still trying to make PG-13, and you already fucked up 8 years ago to cause you a job. You can rebuild here, but when we rebuild, know that if you fuck up once again and say something in this movie that you know is pushing the envelope, you're done. An entire Hollywood era.
We'll see. Because
this is like his second chance, and he ain't had to work hard to get it. So you got another blockbuster, but you know the Suicide Squad, they got their room for telling kind of obscene or.
Oh yeah, they could go adult. They could go adult with the jokes.
Right, but you want to go too adult, and he already got that track record he got. Even though he apologized for it, people still don't just go. Like you apologize for it, and you shown that you don't believe in that anymore.
Yeah.
So
folks
I'll let it go.
Yeah. Because the normal, regular, everyday person is going to
hold on to that.
They're going to hold on and fight that.
He got a fine line to walk, and he might need some people in suits to help him walk that line.
He's going to need some people in suits. Yeah. Al, what you think about the news when you heard James Gunn?
I was excited. Then I thought, though.
Yeah.
That's exactly.
I think
he would not be on the press tour like.
He will be. But
he was not gonna
like, look, they're going George Bush like, look, you're going to come before the joint. Hey, look, here's the questions you can ask him. All right? Don't ask him nothing else.
Don't have to stay away from it.
Will it be good enough?
Not as good enough. I think it's going to be good. I mean, Suicide Squad, they need. I wish it was more of a reboot. For real.
No, they're not doing that.
I know they're not. But. I mean, I would rather it be a reboot because, I mean, I think his storytelling will be different than what they already had in the first one.
Oh, that storytelling was horrendous.
It was. I mean, it was bad.
Thank you.
But that's what they want.
That's what they want.
His style is storytelling.
Yeah, and they got it.
It's going to be more fun. I think it's going to be more joke, hilarious type of thing. Not corny though. Not corny like the first Suicide Squad, which was
so bad.
Yeah. It wasn't that bad.
We will go watch that shit right now.
No, we
will. Okay.
No, we won't.
Let's turn on. We'll be back in 2 hours, people, for the return.
Go watch that joint right now. And you tell me, you're like, oh yeah, this is pretty good. Like, what part of the story is this?
We're gonna be like from beginning to end. No, James Gunn. My opinion is that James Gunn will be a cool fit for them, especially with him jumping in on the second movie. I think it'll go smooth. His transition shouldn't be that hard. Shouldn't be that hard of a transition at all. The music is going to be interesting. That's where I think it's going to be interesting and everything, because they already had a good little soundtrack and a good little music base going with theirs and everything. So
who's?
Suicide Squad. I didn't mind their music. Their music selection was all right.
They had more originals. They did. They had some. It's funny. They try to do both.
Yeah.
They try to have originals. They're like, oh yeah, but we can still got some old bangers that we could throw in there.
Yeah, with his collaboration on the music and everything, hopefully we'll see what happens and everything. I think he'll be good. Well, he already showed that he could work with a team of misfits, and we'll see what happens. So
Yeah, I don't worry about the misfits part. I'm just worried about
each
the
character.
jokes.
You're
I'm not
not
worried
worried
about
about the joke.
I'm not worried about Joe. I'm
I
more
think
concerned.
He's not going to do a fine line anymore. He's going to make sure.
They're going to have somebody watching him.
Exactly.
That's what I'm saying.
There's no
they
worries.
need that.
He's going to have a babysitter.
Yeah.
Whether he likes it or not, he's going to have a babysitter. The only thing I'm concerned about is what he's going to do with the story and everything.
Yeah.
Hopefully,
that's
more.
what I want.
Hopefully, they make it a covert mission where they go into like they got to infiltrate
like the comics.
That's what they are. Yeah. That's what they are.
That's what they were made for. Them ended
He
up
can
fighting
do
themselves.
that too because they did. If he does something smooth like he can do it. He can do it. There is no need for me trying
he'll
to
pull
sell
more from the source
it. He
material.
doesn't need to sell
Yeah,
for me.
he
I
will
think he
go
will.
for. He will get. Now I will say, I hope he doesn't change like some of the character designs because they were pretty good, but not all of them were. Like, well, they actually everybody's design and makeup was pretty good. It was just it didn't. The characters, some of the characters were great. Like some were A pluses, then some were like Fs.
Yeah.
And I was like, you just bring everybody to a B, and that should be just fine.
All right then. Okay, the other news that was out there was the recent news that we just most of us found out that Iron Fist season 3, or actually Iron Fist in general, has been canceled. Netflix has let it go, and wow, after a good season, season 2, that was
That was a shock.
shocking news to say the least, and everything. How do you guys feel about it? Do you think this is now an opening for them to now bring out, especially with the news that Defenders also got, it's not coming out with a season 2. Do you think this is now an opening for Heroes for Hire and a possible Daughters of the Dragon or something else?
First of all, F you, because I was about to go that direction. Because
Wow,
you already just
okay.
led me into it. I had a whole little thing that was going to lead right into it. I'm like, all right, bet. Here we go. But now that you took that out the way, I'll just say, first of all, I was upset. Because the way season 3 ended, at the credit scenes, I was like, all right, bet. Here we go. I want to figure out how he got this other Iron Fist, where did it come from? Because you clearly just gave yours to Colleen Wing. Are y'all going to meet up again? And what's going on with Colleen Wing? But since, like you said, if it leads into a Daughters of the Dragon and a Heroes for Hire, I will not be upset at all. I would be so excited because I was pissed when they kept hinting towards it. The last two, like the last Luke Cage season and this season 2 of Iron Fist, I'm like, all right, here we go. Somebody's got to do Daughters of the Dragon. It's got to happen. I mean, they got to do them. And he ended up, Luke Cage ended up being a crime boss, and what's his name? Danny Rand is on the other side of the world. But the Daughters of the Dragon seems legit.
Yeah.
I mostly care about Colleen Wing. She's like my favorite character in that whole series.
Yeah,
She deserves to have. Her character deserves to still be on Netflix. But I wonder if they just preparing themselves to move it from Netflix to the DC streaming service. I mean, not the DC, the new Disney streaming service that's going to be out soon. It's going to have all of that stuff. That's what I thought. I don't know why he's so quiet. Like he's thinking.
I don't think they're going to move it. I think hopefully they'll just do a Heroes for Hire and do a Daughters of the Dragon. That's what I'm hoping for.
Yeah, I'm saying they could do that but not have it on Netflix.
Oh no,
Just
and
move it to the
Netflix is
Disney.
fine with me. Netflix is fine with me. I'm okay with
bet they
Netflix.
do.
I'm not talking about is it okay for you. I'm talking about business wise.
It's not good. For
He
it's
said,
my
business
business,
wise.
right?
For me,
For Disney, instead of having this on Netflix, you want to see it? We need y'all to spend more money. Come out.
It seems like that's what they're
That's a business.
doing anyway.
Yeah.
Moving everything towards a streaming service. More of a streaming service.
For Marvel.
Yeah.
Oh, so what did you think of the news that Iron Fist got canceled?
They said we're going to go out on a high note. That's plain and simple.
That's one way you're looking
I
at it.
mean,
Okay.
It got so much flack for the first season,
Yeah.
and they made it for the second season. They're like, you know what?
We're going to fuck this up. It's
Right.
over.
We're good here.
Like you play. Like
Go out on top.
Yeah.
I'm out.
Going out on top.
I
Okay.
mean, because if they go with a third season and it turns out not to be as good, I mean, most of their Netflix's series, Marvel series, are good for the most part.
Yeah.
The only one that was
You're like, man, this sucks. Was Iron Fist.
exactly was Iron Fist.
But season 2 was like.
And they're like, you know what? We ain't gonna fuck this
We're
momentum up.
not gonna fuck it up. We're gonna end it on a high note. And then, like you
Oh,
said,
no. It was a
if
debate
everybody
between
is
Punisher
good,
and Iron Fist, which were the worst.
Yeah, but see, Punisher was more boring.
yeah,
Iron Fist was just bad.
yeah, Iron Fist was he was bad. He was
Everything in Iron Fist was bad.
Yeah,
Except for Colleen Wing.
right.
She was the only one that was not bad in both series.
But like we already said in a previous video, was Iron Fist actually one of the few things is Iron Fist season 2 fixed majority of the problems we had with the.
like
with
I
the
said, they
first
was like,
Iron
you know
Fist.
what? Going on a high note.
Yeah, we're done.
That's
Well,
tough.
like you said, we'll move on to something else because with Colleen Wing and what's the name together?
Misty Knight.
Misty Knight.
They got a real friendship.
They got a real friendship, and they're going. It feels like they are going to build on that. That's what it feels like.
That's why I kept hoping she was quitting that police department. So bad.
That's a powerful job right there, man.
Yeah.
That was her job, her life, and everything. She was cool.
But if they do it, and she quits doing the show, that'll make it better.
What show? Daughters of the Dragon?
Yeah, Daughters of Dragon.
Because Iron Fist ain't happening.
Nah, we know that's not happening.
Oh, that's a blower.
We'll see. I guess, yeah.
But yeah,
That's tough.
if they-
That's tough.
But, all right, so let's say they are making the Daughters of the Dragon and the Heroes for Hire. Then why didn't they cancel season 2 of Luke Cage? Or season 3 of Luke Cage?
I don't know. We'll see. We'll see.
So,
But then again, they did
first.
cancel. But they did cancel Defenders.
Yeah, but see, that's different with canceling Defender because still everybody has their own show. So everybody else's story can continue. You're just canceling Iron Fist.
Yeah, because you can convert. Because you don't need. Because when you do Defenders, you want everybody there. But when you know only one person is doing bad, but we can just use him and her, and their main characters are in Luke Cage, then all
put
we
them in
gotta
other
do
series,
is just
yeah.
cancel Iron Fist, and then we can just throw them off into another dang on series and everything.
You think they
so
would do that?
they're gonna say they just gonna change
Yeah.
Luke Cage into Iron to
No,
That's
they're
what
going
I'm
to let
saying.
Luke Cage do his own show, and then they're just going to swing him into having, instead of having Defenders, they're just going to swing him into Heroes for Hire and having more Iron Fist up in there. Or
so
they could have.
Luke Cage gonna be in 2 shows.
Why not? He was already in Defenders in Luke Cage.
Yeah, but that's, everybody was in that. I'm talking about Luke Cage specifically. Now he's in 2 shows.
Why not?
Everybody else is in 1.
Okay, why not? Everybody else can hold their own show, and everybody else's own show is doing fine. It's fine.
I think Iron Fist was doing fine. That second season,
Apparently not.
People come to
Something
me at
happened.
work. It's like, oh yeah, Davos was like that. Everybody was loving
The
Davos.
full story has not been released yet, so we're not exactly
You'll never
sure.
get that from
So,
Netflix. They keep it tight. They keep it lit on everything.
Yeah.
I mean, it's none of your business. That's how they keep it. Hey, we don't want you to know. You're not going to know. Simple as that. And the other news that's out there that we can have a good old conversation about is the Avengers uniforms. Whoa, buddy, they have been. Well, we could do a 2-for-1. We're going to do Avengers uniforms and Spider-Man's uniforms that have been shown all over the internet. So you guys can decide which one you want to talk about, because the pictures for Spider-Man. There's been about 3 different uniforms that have been released on the behind the scenes footage and everything, because people have been taking. Everybody has a camera phone nowadays, so everybody is recording like crazy. So there's behind the scenes footage of everything all over the internet. So you can pick which one you want to talk about first, or talk about both at the same time. We're
already
gonna start
started
with
with
Al.
Spider-Man.
We're gonna start with Al this time. Al, Avengers, Spider-Man. Which one you feel like letting the people know about how you feel is going to be the most controversial, and which is you like the
Just talk about
Interesting.
it. Yeah, I don't know where he's going.
interested you the most? What?
Obviously, Spider-Man.
Ooh.
I mean, all of his outfits. He has a variety of outfits throughout the years.
So many.
Yeah. So, I mean,
Costume change like every month.
right.
His tailor is amazing.
But I think his outfit is going.
That was the plus for the video game. So many uniforms.
Yeah, it was. I like that one that you put up there.
That was cool. It was cool. I'm sorry, I keep interrupting.
Yeah.
Go ahead and finish. Go I'm sorry. Spider-Man's exciting now. Spider-Man's popping.
Yeah, he is popping. I think I like all of his outfits, to put it simple.
Mm-hmm.
But the Avengers, it's alright.
Should they have uniforms?
I don't think so.
Ah, okay.
I
'Cause
kinda don't
they've
think
never had uniforms in the comics. No Avengers have ever had uniforms.
It's
in the
like
comics.
I don't know. It looks a little cheesy to me, just a little bit.
as if it's true or not.
You don't think it's true?
I hope it's not true, and I don't think it's true. But that's just my opinion.
Yeah, we got white uniforms. Let's buddy up together. Let's team up together to fight Thanos. I don't know. It didn't.
Just don't sit right with you.
It really doesn't because it's
like you ate a bad taco or something.
Not a bad taco.
It was in a comic book I just read. So that's analogy stuck in my head now.
Oh my God. I don't like the uniform. Like you said, Avengers. They do their own thing. They come together when something big happens. But I don't know. It doesn't really bode well to me.
All right then. Anthony, what you feel about the Spider-Man and the Avengers information that's being let out?
All right, well, Spider-Man, I gotta figure out how you're gonna be able to fit all these costumes into this movie. Like, I don't know what's going on in the story where you have like 13 different uniforms, but unless you're part of the, I don't know. Maybe some kind of time hopping or something.
Some serious upgrades coming around every 30, 45 minutes. Every 30 minutes. Yeah, we got an update on your uniform. Here's a new start.
I'm just thinking of something like, because they say the movie is directly after the events of Avengers 4.
Mm-hmm. Yep.
So somebody's messing around with the time stone. And they did something in time, and they changed your uniform in the middle of something.
Wow.
That's a heck of a writing for that Spider-Man movie.
Yeah, but I doubt that's going to happen. Everything likes to be kept a little simple, so I don't know. I got to figure out how you got so many costumes. Yeah. They look like one of them was the Superior Spider-Man.
Yes, it did.
I remember how I felt when they showed Superior Spider-Man, and that's a whole different thing. So, yeah, I'm not sure what to necessarily feel about the Spider-Man. Mm-hmm. I'm just curious how they're going to have all these costumes in the store.
All right.
Then. And then they just say, oh, man, everybody like this from the video game. Let's just keep doing it.
Yeah.
Because I know that video game. Man.
I didn't even see that suit that he put up. I was like, oh my God, I got to get that.
They got to save something for the next Spider-Man game. They guys, just like the Venom outfit wasn't in the Spider-Man game. They got to save... They gotta save stuff for the next game, people. You guys gotta know. What about?
I gotta save it for the update. There's an update coming. I can't wait.
Oh, look at you!
Yeah, you don't play the
keep
game.
That going.
We play the game.
Right?
Oh, PG.
No, but I didn't know you do updates and downloadable content. I didn't know that.
If it's free, I'll do it. If it's not, then
it's not. No, it's not free. It's never free.
Then I gotta make some life decisions. But the Avengers joint, going on that one's I don't know, because they said I got it from a reliable source who got it from another reliable source that Shuri made those suits. So I'm thinking if she made the suits, it's for a reason. Maybe they need to be in space.
Did you say Siri or Shuri?
Shuri, I'm sorry.
What to say? What kind of app is that now?
Shuri.
Apple's taking over Marvel. No.
I heard that Shuri made the uniforms, and to me, they kind of look like they're kind of some high tech space joints. So maybe some people had to go into space.
Oh, they're going to have to go into space.
Yeah, right.
So maybe that's what maybe they're not necessarily the uniforms and they walk around the streets together fighting like that. Maybe they got to go into space and that's what they had to wear, and it also help protect against Thanos because no matter what, he punched the shit out of Tony Stark and he was almost dying. Yeah, he was almost dead. You gonna need something.
We thought he was dead.
You gonna need something.
Pretty sure.
He didn't use a power stone enough when he did it. He just straight up punched him.
He did.
So, yeah, you might need some more extra armor. That joint might save a life.
Yeah, well, I like I like the Spider-Man's going to have so many different uniforms. I think they could pull it off. It's going to be amazing. Cannot wait for that. The Avengers, I'm not too keen on any kind of uniforms for the Avengers. I do like what the artists are out there doing, and the concept art and everything else looks awesome and all that good stuff. And all these artists are out there are doing their own renditions of it and everything. Check out our Instagram page. Stuff looks amazing out there. And that's all the news we got for you guys. Anything you want to leave with the fans before we go?
I'm hungry.
Yeah. Leave all the food recommendations in the comment section. If you like what you see, hit the like button. If you love what you see, hit the subscribe button. Hit the bell for the notifications so that you know when our next video drops. Don't forget to watch to the end of the video so that you can see who our cosplayer of the day is. Till next time, we out.